We are back as promised. Same clothes, same town, new attitude here in Wenz World. That's right. We are in Griff's closet featuring all sorts of 49ers garb. It's blurred out though. I don't know if that's Steve Young or Joe Montana or I know who it is. It's Merton Hanks. Merton Hanks jersey with an extra long neck. Cleveland at Baltimore. This is going to be a blowout. Although, I will say, I was wrong about Cleveland. I thought the switch would be last week with Flacco, but it didn't happen. No blindside hits. Baltimore looked so good. It came down to, like you said, Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. But let's be honest. Can I just say, Baltimore shouldn't have pooped the bed 15 points up in the fourth quarter. Big problem. And that, to me, puts a lot of doubt in my mind. Not sure if it's enough to doubt him in this game. But, Griff, what's your take?
Yeah, I think I agree. Something to worry about down the road, maybe come January. But in week 2 against the Browns, nothing to worry about. Lamar might be on the sidelines come the quarter because they have such a big lead in this game. So I think this is an easy game for the Ravens as they take on the Browns.
Yeah, I think Derrick Henry's going to do Derrick Henry things too. 9 yards a clip.
By the way, I saw a clip where the Browns are talking trash about Derrick Henry.
Bad idea.
Dude, what are you doing? This will be
idea.
a blowout of, it won't even be close.
Don't poke the bear. Use your brain. Also, don't spit on people or at people. We're going to talk about that here in a bit, but man, oh man, I got some things to say. Yeah, I'm going to take Baltimore too, officially at home against Cleveland. But with that defense getting after it, could be seeing some Shador. Never know. Jacksonville, according to RadioGriff, the resurgence of Duval. They're in Cincy. Cincy getting that, just edging by last. They were edging. They almost blew it, Griff. But they won. They did win. And now Jacksonville's taking them on. Injuries, big time injuries on the Jacksonville O-line. The only person in my view, that looked good was ETN. And unless you have him on your fantasy team, I would stay clear of Jacksonville in this matchup. I'm going to take Cincy at home. What say you?
You know, I know they do have some injuries going on, but I think this is a coming out party for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to take care of business against the Bengals, and they're going to show everyone that they belong this year. They're in the mix. They're one of the B teams in the AFC. I'm not saying they can compete with the Bills and the Ravens, but they are in the mix. They'll make the playoffs, and if they want to make the playoffs, they need to win games like this against Cincinnati. They beat a team last week that they should have beaten, right? Well, this week is a tougher matchup, and I think they're going to take care of business.
All right.
I
there you have it.
question the Bengals defense. I think Trevor's going to finally prove while he was that number 1 pick. It's only taken 5-6 years now, it seems, but it's finally going to happen.
Totally. Probably not though. Yeah, I'm going to take Cincinnati at home, and I think you're dead wrong about the AFC South. Like I said, Indy's division made it clear here in Wenz World. It'll continue to be a topic that we revisit, especially when they clash. Baby, I want to see it. Let's see it. New York Football Giants, not looking so hot week 1. Traveling to wherever the Cowboys play, somewhere outside of Dallas/Arlington. I'm just going to say this. CeeDee Lamb needs to step it up. Those drops were the difference against Philadelphia, and he is not elite when you drop passes that you need to catch there. This is going to be one where he sings his redemption song, dreads and all, possibly pull out the ukulele at halftime. No problem. It's going to be a good day for Dallas. And I'm just going to say this one thing and pass the reins over to the more talented host on the show. It's a little weird, and I want your take on this, how Dallas still couldn't beat Philly despite Jalen Carter not playing. So to that, I say, Hawk Tua.
That's true. Yeah, and I think I agree with you in this game. I think the Cowboys, they're going to beat up on the Giants. I look for CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens to both have big games. I don't think the Giants secondary can, handle them, both of them, and, everyone's going to get high on the Cowboys again. I'm sure the Cowboys will start feeling cocky, but we all know what's going to happen eventually. So, yeah, I like the Cowboys in this game, too.
I love how that's everybody's take because it's just history.
Okay, and could this be one of Russell Wilson's final starts in the NFL? I mean, that clock is ticking. Jackson Dart is waiting.
Yep. I mean, why else do you draft him? Why else do you draft a quarterback that early?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. What are you doing? What are you doing, New York? Like, what's it going to take? I think if they lose this game, this is it. You go 0-2, you got to make a move. Because you go 0-3, you're dead in the water. Yeah, for sure. Chicago versus Detroit, the NFC North. I want to see it. Let's see it. Chicago almost beat Minnesota. Chicago beat Chicago last week. That quarterback of theirs, missing wide open reads. He's problem. He needs to lay off it. It's the fingernail polish fumes. I'm telling you, it's messing with his ability to concentrate. And for that, I say that if you are the Chicago Bears, you need to have a serious discussion with this man about changing nail polish brands, or perhaps just doing like the clip-on deals where you don't have to worry about the smells and the fumes because they're messing with his brain. Your take on that, but in this game too.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of Caleb, man. He's a frustrating one, right? I'm glad I'm not a Bears fan. But in this game this week, I think I do like the Bears to take care of business against the Lions. I'm not a believer in the Lions. I think I've said it before. I said it last week. Losing those two coordinators, I think, is a big deal. And they replaced them with guys in-house. One of them, the offensive coordinator, it's his first chance of being an OC, and he's in his 50s. Like, you'd think if he was halfway decent, he would have had an OC job by now, right? I'm starting to think the Lions might, 500 might be best for them. So I like the Bears. I think the Bears are going to bounce back this week. I'm a big believer in what Ben Johnson is doing. I think Caleb will have a decent game, kind of get some of those people off of him a little bit. And he'll continue with the fingernail polish because he's going to get a W this week.
I am not out on Detroit yet. Not a good showing in week one. They totally look bad. They look bad. I'm just going to say it. But I think the bounce back is this week for Detroit. We shall see NFC North. Let's see it. New England at Miami. Now, when you see this matchup, think back to the glory days of football, back when you could actually tackle somebody. This would have been, New England by 30 or more, right? Not so sure. What do you think?
Not so sure. Everyone was saying the Dolphins are a dumpster fire. And last week kind of proved that right, it seems. I think, again, all the experts, the so-called experts, are saying what Vrabel's building in New England, he's doing it the right way. It might take a couple of years. So I lean towards New England. I want to root for the Dolphins. I like Mike McDaniel. He seems like a cool guy, but they kind of seem like a dumpster fire. And you got to go with more buttoned-up organization here, and that's New England in this game. I like them. I think they've lost control of the locker room in Miami, and things are going to get sideways there fast. So I like New England in this game.
3 turnovers, man. You cannot win ball games. And, dude, the coach, Miami, Mike McDaniel, he looks like a guy who just goes to Abercrombie and Fitch and asks the person there, okay, what are the kids buying? And then he goes to Sports Clips and it's like, hey, how are the kids getting their hair done? Should I get it shaved on the sides and shaped on top so I kind of look like Hammer? I'm just like, okay, slow it down. You don't have to be that guy. You can be you, Mike. Be you. Chances are he's going to lose again this week. Only 8 points to show for that last week. Yeah, I'm going to go with New England on the road too, Griff. Good call there. Now the one you've been waiting to talk about. Niners at Saints. Purdy looking pretty human last week, and he stubbed his toe. What's up with that?
Well, he's going to be out now for a few weeks. We lost Purdy. We lost Kittle. I think Purdy had a decent game last week. He threw a couple picks, but he kept them in the game. He made some big throws when it mattered. And, we're able to get W last week. And if there were ever a time for Brock Purdy to be out, this is the time to do it. You got the Saints right now. The next few weeks, a pretty easy schedule as well. So I think Mac Jones, totally serviceable backup, can come in there. I think he can run Shanahan's offense. They're going to be fine. They're going to take care of business against the Saints. Nothing to worry about in San Francisco. Get healthy and get ready for January, because that's when it really matters.
Oh, man. I love how passionate you are about your team, Griff. I'd say you're borderline delusional, but so am I. I think every fan is delusional of their team here. All right, 2 picks is a big deal.
Yeah.
You could say he kept his team in the game, but he also kept them out of it. You can't keep a team in the game by turning the ball over. I'm just saying, I'm going to say this, though. I think Tongas is going to have a game. I don't think you're going to miss Kittle. I think it's going to be one of those moments where you're like, wait a minute, we could probably hawk him in the offseason and get something for this man. So I'm going to say the Niners win also. It's going to be a close game, though. I like this Rattler kid. I like this guy.
Close game. Get out of here.
What? You think it's going to be a blowout?
Oh, yeah. Easy game for the Niners. Easy game.
Oh, my gosh.
Can't score.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. I think it's going to be within 6 points. We'll see. Buffalo at the Jets. We talked about Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. Dude, I feel like we might see 90 points in this game.
Combined or just from the Bills?
I mean, probably combined, but wouldn't that be something if it was just from the Bills?
No, the Jets look a little better. I think Aaron Glenn, what he's building there, I think there's something there, something to it. But I can't pick against Josh Allen and the Bills again in this game. I'm not picking. Like, you look at the quarterbacks. Are you really going to pick Justin Fields to beat Josh Allen? I don't think so. So I like the Bills in this game.
Yeah. Although he did look good fantasy-wise. Fields, like 30-something fantasy points. But only one of these teams has Josh Allen, and that team is the Bills. So I'm going to roll with Buffalo, too. Seahawks versus Steelers. Listen, almost handled y'all. Almost took care of business against the Niners, but almost doesn't count. So there you go. Are they mad enough to beat the Aaron Rodgers of old? He looked inhuman. He looked like Thor out there last week. What is going on with this man? Have the mushrooms kicked in, or have they left his system? Which one is it?
That's a good question. 4 touchdowns, I think, last week, right? So I like the Steelers in this game, too. I think they're going to start off 2-0, take care of business. I'm going to Steelers.
Oh, Titletown's back, baby. Those people have to be so happy right now. And they got a quarterback that can play in the cold. I'm sure that went into the thought process.
That's true,
there.
But at the same point, like, okay, I guess you, as a fan, you only think of, like, in the moment, because Aaron Rodgers isn't for long. Like, maybe he wins you a Super Bowl this year. I mean, that's best case scenario, right? But he's not on the team next year. Like, this is it. And there's no like young great backup. There's no Jordan Love. So I guess enjoy it while you can, Pittsburgh fans, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure they are. Yeah, I take the Steelers too at home there. The Rams versus the Titans. I'll tell you what, we both called Denver destroying Tennessee, and it wasn't that. I mean, it wasn't close. It was close throughout the game, but then they pulled away and did what they do. But props to Cam. I'm just going to say, he didn't look awful. He did get sacked 6 times, but that's not his fault. Some of it's his fault. I'll be honest. Some of it's his fault, not all of it's his fault. Hit 12 times, though. I mean, how long can you sustain that? And the Rams look really good on defense last week.
Yeah, I think this is a coaching mismatch this week. Titans, I think, are going in the right direction. But I got to go with the more experienced Rams team in this game. I like the Rams.
Indeed. Me too. Rams on the road. Carolina at Arizona. Man, I'll tell you what. Bryce Young continues to struggle. What is going on there? I mean, they always have good draft picks. How long is it going to take for this guy to be good? And Kyler looked good, 2 tutties. So, what say you? Can Carolina travel to the desert and get a dub? No? Yes? No?
If this game was at home, I would maybe consider them for an upset special, maybe. But, traveling west, Kyler playing at home, doing Kyler things. I like the Cardinals in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Arizona, too. I'm only one game ahead of you, Griff. I got to be wise with my predictions here. Denver at Indianapolis. Again, the future.
Oh.
AFC South champions, Indianapolis Colts. This is a test. This is a test for them because I know we just talked about Tennessee giving Denver a run for their money last week, but it's week 1. It doesn't really count, but it does. It's weird. It's not. This game to me means a lot. This one is going to tell me if Indy's for real. If Denver comes in there and just runs the ball all over them, then I might have to retract a tad. So I'm worried that I maybe have been too hot on Indy, but I don't think they're going to disappoint me. I got a feeling, Griff. I got a feeling like Fergie here. What say you about this matchup, though? This is sexy. This is a sexy matchup.
If we're going off of vibes from last week, I think you have to lean Indianapolis. Denver didn't look that good, honestly. I think a lot of us were disappointed in what we saw from Denver last week. Maybe it's going to take a few weeks to work out the kinks, and they'll get rolling here soon. But it's only week 2. Crazy things can happen. I don't think the kinks are worked out yet. I'm going to jump on your bandwagon, and I'm going to pick the Colts to beat the Broncos this week.
All aboard, baby. All aboard the Colts train. Philly at Kansas City. A rematch of SB 5-9. We're not allowed to say it. We almost got sued for saying it last week. Cease and desist. Eagles were up. Just a reminder to those of you who forgot how great this Philadelphia Eagles team can be when they really try. They were up 40-6 in the Super Bowl when the Eagles pulled their starters. And I'm just going to say this. What's changed since February? Seriously, you can't. If the Eagles play, Jalen Carter doesn't spit on anybody. There's no reason why they shouldn't win by almost that much, right? Because Xavier Worthy's not playing. Rashee Rice isn't playing. You don't have the weapons there. I mean, am I missing something here?
Yeah, you're missing the fact that Mahomes and Andy Reid are ticked off, and they want to get revenge. And the Chiefs are going to take care of business against the Eagles, like no doubt. At home in Kansas City, that place is going to be rocking. Chiefs it might be a reverse of the Super Bowl. It's going to be that bad. Eagles are getting cocky.
Wait, why should? Well, I will say we'll talk. Let's talk about. You brought it up. Let's talk about it. That was a very, not even cocky. That was stupid what Jalen Carter did. He did listen, Dak Prescott's a good heel. That was a heel move by leaning in between his linemen, spitting in his direction, giving him the nod, and then smiling like, what? What are you going to do about it, man? He knew exactly what he was doing. So it was wrong. He played it off brilliantly. One thing I'm sure of is every single team's number 53. Yeah, you, backup special teams player. Just wait till the coach approaches you. Hey, wait, come back for a minute. Hey, I need you to talk about Jalen Carter's mother to him. I need you to get in his face. I need you to talk about what happened at UGA. Oh, yeah, no. I said that. And guess what? They're going to say that. Because now, Jalen Carter, you have a huge target right on your forehead. You know why? Because you let them know what gets to you. You got to do better, man. You got to do better. And you promised you wouldn't do it, so I'm going to take you at your word because I'm going to believe the best. Radio Griff, I'm believing the best about Jalen Carter. He had a moment, but he also needs to realize that there are a lot more of those moments coming every single week to test him before the game. And you know the refs are going to be looking at him, watching every single move. That's all I got on that. Eagles rolling this game. Come on. What are we talking about here? Travis Kelce's all distracted. He's all into Wicca now with his weirdo fiance. That's a dumpster fire. Blow it up. Brittany Mahomes is still talking. She talks more than I talk, Griff. I mean, come on. Move on here. Sunday night football. Atlanta at Minnesota. Man, we talked about it before. Poor Atlanta. I'm just going to reiterate because I live here. There is a pain, a deep-seated pain. It's like thrombosis. Repetitive. Every year, it's something. And they got a guy. I like Raheem. I feel like he's a good coach. He's like a get out there and give it your all, buddy kind of guy. He's a go-getter. I'm not a believer in Minnesota, man. I'm not. They barely beat Chicago last week. Atlanta was this close to beating Tampa Bay. I just feel like Atlanta's going to win this game. I feel like they're bringing positive energy.
Oh,
They got a kicker duel. What do you Oh, you disagree?
No, yeah. Minnesota's going to win the game. McCarthy improved as the game went along last week. They've got an way better coach on the Minnesota side. I like the Vikings to take care of business against the Falcons in easy fashion.
Wow, I hope you're wrong for this fan base. Maybe not, probably not. 2 Monday night games. I said 2. Tampa Bay at Houston, game number 1. I'm just going to ask the question. I want you to answer it, Griff. What can't Baker Mayfield do?
I feel like you have an answer.
I mean, in the regular season, nothing. He just can't win in the playoffs when it matters. But he's not in the playoffs. It doesn't matter. We're here. We're in the regular season. And Houston looked really human last week. CJ Stroud did not look special. Tampa's rolling. Got a win on the road against Atlanta. I'm going to go Tampa on the road here. What say you?
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think I go Tampa in this game. I'm starting to get a little concerned with Houston. Not sure what's, maybe a slightly above average team, but yeah, I like Tampa.
And game number 2, it's too late. It starts at 10 o'clock. We need to start these games earlier. I got kids. I got to get up. Nobody's staying awake till 2 a.m. The vibes are strong with the Raiders. I feel like last week they got that win against New England. They feel good right now. But there's something about Herbert. I think he could be MVP this year. I think this could be Justin Herbert's MVP season. I'm going to take the Chargers on the road in a shootout. I think the Chargers handle business on Monday Night Football. What do you think?
I think I agree with everything you just said. I'm never going to pick against Jim Harbaugh. So I'll take the Chargers, and I like what I'm seeing from Justin Herbert so far. So I'll take the Chargers as well in this game.
Also a Wenz World first, where Griffin agrees with every single word I said.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Radio Griff, we shall see. 11-5 walking in. Let's see how you do walking out week 2. 12-4. What's in store? We'll tell you all that and more coming up next week. Thanks for watching and subscribing, Radio Griff. Till next time, sir. Adieu.
Double.